I think it's time! Hello, Justajolt here! How's it going? Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. I'm seriously stoked for this today, by the way. This blaster has been waiting for so long to get destroyed, and it's finally going to get destroyed now, live on the Shonky Shed Justajolt stream. We're just going to go back through the chat, see through here, see who's here. We have Connor McCree was here, Electro Halo 8 was here. We got Broke Nerfing. Hey, Broke, how's it going? We are going to sort out another stream, by the way. We are. It's just a matter of time. How's it going? Subterfuge, good to see you. Lucky Dodge, good to see you. Connor McCree. Hype Myers, nice to see you. Lucky Doge, been sick for a week. I'm really glad that, well, I don't know if you're better. I really hope you're getting better. Basically, my kids were sick for like a week as well, and it's insane. It's not really nice, so I really hope you're getting better soon. Let's see who else is here. Electro Halo 8, I think I've already shouted out to. Lucky Doge. Oh, yeah. Hello, Jolt. Nice to see you too. Fire. Do you know what? There so is going to be a fire. There probably will be a fire. Let's have a look at this. I've got 8 IMRs right here, and chances are there might well be a fire. When I tried this out on 7 and 8 IMRs, they got seriously warm. They may well catch fire today. Now, let me just tell you what we're going to do. Basically, I've done all of this pre-soldering. I've done it all. I've redone the motors. I've got it all edited. All of the other edits we've done, all the other videos we've made together, they've all been edited together, and they are all good to go at some point next week. And so today is literally just going to be burning this blaster, burning the motors on this blaster. Now, just before we start doing this stuff, I just want to make a quick couple of points. First of all, next month, Grew Up Nerf, it is not going to be in the same place as normal. It's going to be at a venue that we haven't used before. It's a venue that I'm familiar with, one that Mark's familiar with, and it's a phenomenal venue. It's a really good building. I might put up like a couple of pictures of how it looks and stuff at some point on my Facebook page. If you're not on my Facebook page, make sure you go there. It's where you'll get all the news about when my videos are coming out and stuff like that. And so it's well worth being on my Facebook page. In addition to that, there's my website, justajolt.com, where I've got a blog that I'm going on and doing. And it's just, you know, I've just made it. So you should go to it. You should go to it because it really helps out the SEO when you go to my website. Anything else to say? I've started being more active on Twitter now as well. Every now and again, I post something fun on Instagram. So waiting 36 hours, man, that's absolutely insane, Electro Halo 8. I'm really glad you're here, though. Crocodile Productions, what up? Let's have a look. Who else is there? Currently kind of sick. X Gaming, I really hope you get better. Blaze Kid 767, what up? Good to see you. I notice you. Flandre Scala, I notice you. Rares B, here's your shout out, Rares B. Shout out, Green. Hey, Green. How's it going? Andrew Seller. Hey there. How's it going? Core Villath. I've already said you're fire bit, man. There probably will be fires. Connor McCree is excited for that fire. Just a little bit excited. Please, Sihon. Do you know what? I've seen you commenting on my channel and I've replied, but I've never had to actually say your name before. So is that Plession, am I saying that right? Correct me if I'm not saying that right somehow, as in like write it phonetically or something. Beta Trooper, just grab the fire extinguisher in advance. There is actually a fire extinguisher outside. Come think of it. Don't know if you can hear this. Listen carefully. Can you hear the rain? Can you hear the kind of the pitter patter on the roof? It's actually raining outside. Whoa. That's not me. That's not me. These lights have got some dodgy connections sometimes, and they sometimes do that. But normally it's because I kick it. Broke Nerfing knows how that works. Broke Nerfing has seen that happen. Anyway, do you know what? I might actually just turn this around so you can see the weather. Wait right there for a second. There we go. Just going to flip this around there, and so you can actually see. There you go, outside. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. There is the weather. Let's go a little bit past the light there. There you go. There is the weather, and it is raining outside. It's not very nice at all. Disconnect that. We are mobile. Look at this. This is serious value for money you're getting right here on this live stream. We're actually mobile. There you go. Dodgy weather outside. It's raining. Really good British weather. I've even got my heater on today. Look at that. I've even got a little heater on today because it is so like Arctic again. It's like stop being spring already. Okay, let's put that back there. Okay, we're going to read a couple more comments and then we're going to go ahead and actually start burning stuff because that's what we're all here for. Heck yeah, I'm going to put my mouse back in. By the way, if any of you guys ever do any video editing, I really, really recommend something like this. This is a programmable gaming mouse. Now, I don't actually game much with it, but what I do use it for is you can put all kinds of macros onto the buttons. And so whereas something that might take a couple of clicks or a couple of button presses, you can just do with one button press when you're editing. And that is a phenomenal thing to do. Now, while we're talking about that, I am actually going to start up a channel really, really soon. And I think I'm going to call it Jolt Stuff. And it's basically going to be about how to, like, basically it's about how I do the stuff I do. And so then, like, the YouTubing and the editing, the thumbnails. I know there's nothing special, but just to give people a bit of confidence to do stuff like that if they want to. In addition to that, I'm also going to be talking about how I do the stuff around Nerf parties leads a little bit as well. I might even put a couple of videos up about some different game styles that we play and things. So I don't know. So we'll see. Just by the way, if anyone's got any ideas of other platforms that I should be on or other platforms they think I should be using, like a couple of people have mentioned Discord. A couple of people have mentioned a few other things. If you've got any ideas about any other platforms that you think I should be maybe using, then let me know now because, you know, I'm interested to see what everyone's on at the moment. Right, so look on Facebook. Subterfuge is just like posting. I am actually going to, like, there we go. Subterfuge, you can have that. I'll let you show that. Strobe lighting, I know, right? Don't need to see the weather. It's England, and so it's raining. It is so true. What we got? Subterfuge. I want one. Okay. CP Blingala thinks that we should all be doing airsoft. Now, actually, we'll just say a couple of words about that. I've got a couple of friends who Nerf, and they actually come to Nerf because sometimes they don't like the attitude that people see at airsoft. And there's actually a comment here which I'm going to hide because, yeah, frankly, that's why these guys come to Nerf sometimes rather than doing airsoft. Having said that, I think that airsoft's a phenomenal. It must be a phenomenal thing to play. But like I guess one thing about Nerf is that there's a little bit less of the elitist attitude and stuff, as in like everyone's accepted. You don't have to be wearing the right kit. I keep on seeing little bits kind of falling from the ceiling, and I really, really hope it's not about to cave in. Grim up Jolt, RIP Fest IMRs. I know, right? They're so hard to get now. Subterfuge is just like, I'm going to show these. Yeah, Subterfuge is just like posting all of these kind of faces and like death and fantastic. Twitch for streaming. I'll look into that, actually. I'll look into that. I've watched a couple of Drac streams and I quite like them. Just a Discord. Just Jolt, do it. Rares B. Boom Tender, join my Discord. I might do that, Boom Tender. I'd be interested to see all your Boomco stuff. Sub to Jolty, absolutely. Been waiting for this. I've just got better from being sick. Sick guy. I am a person who plugged everything on that community unboxing. Airsoft is more expensive. Airsoft is more expensive. Oh, that's okay. I forgive you. I forgive you the profanity. It's okay. I forgive you. All that kind of, you know, stuff. Sub to PewDiePie. Do you know what? Why not? You can promote yourself there too. The Mediator. Sub to Jolt. Do you know what, Blaze Kid? Absolutely. Everyone's sub to Jolt. But Nightwing Nerf, you are absolutely right. Let's burn that blaster. I'm not going to go through all of the kind of the lower levels of IMRs, all right, because we've already been through them. We've already seen them. We are going to go straight for IMRs. This is a thermistor. It's not in the blaster anymore. This is thermistor. It's not in the blaster anymore. So basically, the only thing left to do now is burn this blaster. This isn't going to be a long stream. It's probably only going to last about half an hour or so, if that. But it's literally just going to be burning this, and then that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to move this down here. There we go. So you can see what I'm doing. We got 4 IMRs. We've got 8 IMRs charged and ready to go. And I'm seriously excited for this. All of these into the blaster like that. It's been a long time coming, this has, but do you know what? It's been worth waiting for. It's been worth waiting for. There we go. And what I really, really like as well is that, you know, you guys have been able to participate in it. You guys have been able to actually see me doing it. But in addition to that, another thing I love about this is that basically you guys chose it, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Alrighty then, let's get some duct tape on this. There we go. Don't anyone tell me we don't do classy mods on this channel. Let's try and get this under that. And we just want to hold these in place. Not too much. I don't want to hold it in place too much because I need to be able to take this off and kind of throw them somewhere if they catch on fire. Which they might do. Who knows? Which they might do. Okay, a little bit more. There we go. All right, we're just going to check we're working. All righty then. There we go. So let's load up a mag. We've got these lovely, absolutely gorgeous Foam Fest darts right here from Foam Fest. And again, Big Al, Scooter Girl, Foam Dart Thunder. Absolutely phenomenal event. Absolutely superb. Seriously, right, your eardrums are going to be thrashed by the time that this finishes. Oh, yeah, by the way, now the chat on the last live stream that we did, that's now gone. And I didn't realize this, but basically when you start editing the video, because I chopped a bunch of stuff out, it basically deletes the chat. I don't know why, but it can't take the chat. We got 30 people watching right now, and so that's absolutely fantastic. Really, really happy to have you all. And so, yeah, hopefully I won't need to, what's the word? I won't need to kind of edit this like at all because it's going to be fairly quick. But if I do, then the chat will go. And I was gutted about that actually because I was looking forward to to reading back through it. You will never be forgotten. Justajolt the IRL. Now remember, the whole point of this is that I'm showing you how I make my videos. And if you haven't seen the other videos, then the other live stream, sorry, then you need to go back and look watch it because this is actually going to be a finished video when we get around to it. There we go. So get this camera on. And are we there? Are we there? Oh, we got no memory card in there. So I'm just going to get a memory card as well. Give me a second. There we go. We got a memory card in here. Oh man, this color is really, really weird on this camera, by the way. Not actually sure why. Try turning it off and on again, because I really, really want to be able to record this too. You absolutely weird camera. I wonder if it's something to do with the lighting in here. Be naughty while he's gone. It's always the way. Do you know what? This might turn into a flamethrower. I'm absolutely serious. Man, I am not sure why, but this camera is not doing what it's meant to be doing. I've got a second camera though, so I'm going to grab that. I don't know if you can see this, but it's recording in this weird kind of green here. There we go. Let's get the second camera. Sorry to make you guys wait. I'll be right back. There we go. Battery out, battery in. The singing helps, guys. The singing helps, even in real life. There we go, and that's what we want. Lovely, lovely picture. I'll work out what's going on with the other camera. Anyway, who's ready for that blaster to die? Why are we not? Oh, we're not. Okay, there we go. You ready for this? This blaster now has 8 IMRs and no thermistors in it. I'm excited. And now I'm going to go and I'm going to fire at the targets. I'm going to go and fire at the deploys. And then we're just going to hold this down and we're going to burn it. Oh my goodness. And I'm actually a little bit disappointed. Do you know what? The reason this isn't working is because I haven't put all the screws into it, all right? Which means that basically the jam door switch comes off. So I need to put this on my head in order to do this properly. Otherwise won't be able to hold it and it won't work. All right, let's try again. Oh man, nothing firing at all right now. Clear this jam. You can actually hear the motor. You can actually smell the motors burning now. That is brilliant. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Okay, we're going to rev this again. I can smell the ozone. I can smell the burning. I think this might be it. You ready? This is making some really unhealthy noises. Here we go, here we go. These batteries are seriously struggling now. Oh my heck. This is absolutely unreal. Literally just holding down this button. Just moving down the chat. This is the best. It's not burning. It's still going, but it's not burning. Oh, I am disappointed. I am disappointed. This is absolutely incredible. Right, I've just released it. I'm just going to have a little smell. Oh my goodness, if you could smell that. That is, I've never smelt that before. That is burn. That is burn. Right, okay. I'm going to go again because I really, really want this to, I really want something interesting to happen to this. And the motors have stopped. Okay, guys. Do you know what? That is it. These motors are now officially gone. So, 8 IMRs. These motors are pretty much dead. I was really, really hoping to see a little bit of smoke from the motors. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting than this. But the motors have been running at 30 volts. I don't know how many minutes that was, but that was pretty much it. There are no thermistors in there stopping the motors from doing what they're meant to do. The IMR batteries themselves are not even warm. They're not even warm. They got warm the other day, but they are not even warm now. I am disappointed that this wasn't a little bit more exciting, but I am absolutely overjoyed to have been able to kill this blaster on live stream with you. It has been absolutely phenomenal. Now, we're not going to finish the live stream right now. What I'll do is, since you guys have come here today to see this blaster being destroyed officially on live stream, I am going to open this up for a Q&A, and we'll do a few minutes of Q&A. So if you guys have got any questions, throw them out there, and we'll just go right ahead and answer them. If you haven't got any questions and you just want to watch, that's fine too. If you just want to have a look around the shonky shed, that's fine as well. You guys have kind of, you know, turned up here for this. So did we just burn Fortnite? I would say we just burnt Fortnite. You know what I'm tempted to do actually? I'm tempted to open the blaster up and have a little look at the motors. Now, it was speculated the other day that these motors might be brushless. And I actually cracked this open and I did have a look inside one of the motors, and I do believe it to be brushless. So anyway, I'm just going to move this off. Like, there we go. So, do you have LiPo batteries? I do have LiPo batteries. I've got a few small 2S batteries, which I normally use in conjunction with just regular Nerf motors. To be honest with you, they are all LiPos. I'll go and get one for you. Actually, I'll go and get one. Oops. See, that's what happens when you accidentally step on the power cable. So I've just got a couple of these little Turnigy LiPos. They're just very small, and the reason I like them is because they can quite easily fit into standard battery trays without any further, faffing around with them. And it's quite an easy and quick fix to do. They don't last very long, very small capacity, but even so, it's how I like to do things. I like to keep it simple. So let's keep on going on. What did you do with that badge we gave you? I've still got it. It is around somewhere, but I've still got it. Let's have a little look. How old am I? I am. Do you know what's really, really embarrassing about this? I actually, I think it was like a couple of years ago, someone asked me how old I was, and I was like, oh, I'm 34. And then my wife was like, no, you're not. You're 35. And the thing is, when you get to kind of this age, I guess, it starts to be irrelevant kind of how old you are. I think I'm 36 right now. You'd have to ask my wife, though. You'd have to ask Mrs. Jolt to be absolutely certain. Where did you get the name Justajolt? Well, basically, a couple of years ago, I ended up going to a youth Nerf war. I'm a youth leader. All right, and so I actually run a youth development scheme in Bradford, and it's a youth leadership and development scheme, leadership and life skills. And I was at a Nerf war, and everyone was running around with these blasters, and it looked like tremendous fun. And this is actually how I get into Nerf. There were Stampees, there were a couple of Mavericks, and I think a couple of Recons, and then there was also this guy there with a Jolt. And I quickly realised that this Nerf Jolt, even though it wasn't fully automatic, it wasn't kind of, large capacity, it fired just as far as these bigger, more expensive looking blasters. And so I thought to myself, well, there's got to be something in this. So I went and I bought a Jolt. I got this Jolt and I opened it up and did my first mod. I realised that you could fit a Havoc Fire battery tray door spring into a Jolt. And you could pair this up actually with a long shot front gun spring, and that gave a really, really good, decent, powerful blaster. I didn't have a way of measuring it, but it was measurably much, much better than a standard Jolt. And I eventually found the Britnerf forum as well, and because I loved the Jolt so much, I called myself Justajolt because I thought that's all I needed. So that's where that name come from. Rewire the blaster with new motors fast. I am going to rewire this blaster with new motors. The intention all along was eventually going to be to rewire this with barricade motors, and probably also I've got some nice worker flywheels to put on it as well, which I've measured up and which should fit on just fine. So barricade motors, worker flywheels, and a better gauge wires. So what is my favourite Jolt? To be honest with you, where's it gone? The Llama may well be my favourite Jolt. The Llama may well be my favourite Jolt now. My favourite Jolt before this was just the standard orange Jolt, the old N-Strike one, because that was kind of my first Jolt. So, but I would say now it's this guy right here. He's absolutely fantastic. Llama! Goes like that. Let's have a look. Right, how old am I? Okay, we're scrolling down. I've already answered the question about the badge. Do you know any Nerf war places in Northern Ireland? Do you know what? I personally don't. But if you go to britnerf.co.uk and just ask, is anyone up for nerfing in Northern Ireland? If there aren't any regular events in Northern Ireland at the moment, there will be someone on there who says, yeah, do you know what? I really want a Nerf. To be honest, that's how Grim Up Nerf started. Basically, when I was on Britnerf, when I first went on to Britnerf, I was looking around for other people who wanted to Nerf, and someone said, hey, you know, I just noticed you're from Leeds. You up for getting together for a Nerf war? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And basically, we found this church hall. We hired it out. The 3 of us from Britnerf went there. We invited some friends. There were 10 of us there all together. A couple of other people from Britnerf came as well, from Manchester, from other local areas. A few of my friends came. We had, like I say, 10 altogether. And then the time after that, we started using an LDS, Latter-day Saint Mormon chapel, which basically is my wife's dad was a bishop there, and so it was easy enough to ask and easy enough to see if, you know, they'd let us use it, and they did. So yeah, we used that. 20 people, 30 people, and now we're kind of floating around about, I would say, somewhere in between 70 and 90 people each month, which is absolutely phenomenal. It is always so much fun, and we have amazing people who come there, absolutely fantastic people. It is absolutely brilliant, and I really recommend it. So do that. It's about 60 to 100 FPS. Could you appraise it at Grim Up Nerf? Absolutely. Bring it along to Grim Up Nerf, and we'll take a look. And there'll even be people there who know much more about those internals than I do as well. Those lights though, will it shoot? With that, it will shoot like a tank. If you're talking about the Jolt, it was absolutely fantastic. You really notice the difference. And speaking of Jolts, the guys at Bristol Blast gave me this at Foam Fest. I don't know if you can see what this is. This is a Jolt, but with a foam breech, and I think they said they put a K26 in it as well. It is absolutely phenomenal. Check this out. I don't know whether that does it justice, but it's absolutely superb. I don't know what the FPS is, but it's absolutely wonderful. I just love the fact it's brass breech. Absolutely superb. Right then, people just want to sell you stuff, so they talk crap on IMRs. Yeah, that's fair enough. Additionally, I think that things like trust fires, which are cobalt chemistry, can be more dangerous, but you know, it kind of depends on how you use them as well. There's just more risk of them going wrong, just more risk. Volume, are you not hearing me right? Is the volume okay? It could well be. It could well be because it's the rain or something. I don't know. Could well be that it's the rain. Okay. Have you heard about the new Nerf Negro? I haven't, but that's a really funny joke. Is that a reference to growing things on your knees by any chance? Dang, I'm older than old Jolty. Do you know what? There are people in this hobby who are much older, much more experienced than me, and I look up to them. They are absolutely fantastic, absolutely phenomenal. Would you ever put an afterburner on a Jolt? Do you know what? I really thought about it. And then I saw Foam Blast Afterburner, and I absolutely loved it. I may do at some point. The thing is, there are a lot of projects that I do outside of just YouTubing. And so, like, for example, being a husband and a father, one thing I try and make sure that I do every single day is get a little bit of time to read with the Joltlets, a little bit of time to speak to them, to play with them, sing with them. And that's, you know, it's part of the reason I don't teach at the moment. And so for that reason, there is only a certain amount of time that I can dedicate to Nerf modding and doing other stuff around the hobby. What I really love at the moment is that I'm able to be kind of a part of the hobby and a part of Nerfing it kind of in my job as well, which is fantastic. And so, you know, that's a way that I can kind of be a part of it and do things, but additionally do something else that I need to do. Would you ever? Oh, I just read that. There we go. He's got one right behind him on the left. There you go. It's up there. I used to have 3, believe it or not. And I used to have, I think it was about 8 belts together. Now it's just 5. Younger than Boontendo. Let's have a look at that. Half an Easter egg. Brass barrel Jolt. Have you done the death yet? Energizer Gaming. I did do the death. There is no more motor action in here, and at some point I'm going to open them up and see what happened. We ran those motors until they just wouldn't run anymore. No smoke, no nothing. You didn't miss much, unfortunately, but nevertheless, it was really good fun. Electro, how much sugar have you had? half an Easter egg. Please tell me where you get your IMRs. Right, I got these IMRs a few years ago, and I haven't actually seen them on the market since. I got one set of them I had to get from France. The other set I got from a friend of mine. He now runs Wolfpack in Leeds, actually. I got them from Blind Geek UK. If you go on the Britnerf website and ask, there'll be someone on there to recommend some IMRs to you that do the job well. 2 IMRs with barricade motors, worker flywheels, 18 gauge wire. 2 IMRs, can I get 50, 90 FPS in the strife? Right, barricade motors are 3S. So I say just go for it with 3 IMRs. 2 IMRs will be fine, but frankly, I recommend 3 IMRs with barricade motors and you'll get away with it. Additionally, I'd recommend these as well. And so these cool look batteries here too. I actually got sent these to review, and I did. What I quite like about these is that they're a very, very stable chemistry. They're LiFePO, and so they're lithium ion as opposed to lithium manganese. Lithium ion is actually that's not iron, by the way. It's iron, as in Fe, iron, as opposed to ion, because they're all lithium ion. And so the chemistry in these is a little bit more stable. The nominal voltage is only 3.2 as opposed to 3.7, but that being the case, 3 of those with barricade motors will be no problem at all. Your motors will last forever. Your motors will last forever. On eBay, I found for 14 bucks. That's brilliant. Jolt, you have found the perfect balance. Do you know what? I'm completely unbalanced. Completely and utterly unbalanced. Going down. So does that mean I can run an ARL on 4 IMR stock? I'm going to be completely frank with you. I ran this on 4 IMRs just a few days ago. Fired just fine. The motors these motors seem unreal. These motors seem so strong compared to anything else I've seen in a Nerf blaster. Like I say, they look like they're brushless. I haven't opened up too many of the recent Nerf blasters actually. Like I don't know what the motors in for example the Infinite is like, but in this, I'm tempted to say 4 IMRs you'll be absolutely fine. 4 of these cool look batteries you should be completely and utterly fine on. Completely and utterly fine, because like I say, these are only 3.2 volts. In terms of the current they're able to deliver, you'll definitely be okay with 4 of these cool look batteries. You'll probably be okay with 4 regular IMRs too. Absolutely fine. Will you get a Titan? Do you know what? I'm actually I used to have I think I've had about 3 Titans in my time, 3 of them. And so when I first got into Nerf, I used to drive around like the whole country. I realized that if I bought a job lot of Nerf guns, I could keep the ones I wanted and then just like sell the ones I didn't want and then have more money to buy more Nerf guns that I wanted, which was absolutely fantastic. It was brilliant. And about 3 Titans went through my hands during that time. I'm a little bit gutted I didn't hold on to them because I really wanted to do a single Titan mod. But, you know, nevertheless, I'm happy to have had them. And to be honest, you have to make choices about what you use your space for. The reason that I'm in this shed right now is because in the past, I've been kind of doing all of this Nerf stuff in our conservatory, which we're now using as a dining room and a playroom for the Jolters, which is so much better. So anyway, yeah, it's all about choice. And why aren't you running this on an 8S LiPo? I'm going to be quite frankly, Bubbo, this thing might have taken an 8S LiPo. When I opened this up and looked at the motors, I do believe they're brushless and they are far superior to anything I've ever seen in a Nerf gun before. Barricade motors, 3S, absolutely fine. Regular strife motors, the misters cut out at some 3 IMRs for too long. These motors though are absolutely phenomenal, and I'm going to be honest with you, you probably could run some ridiculous, 50 million S or whatever. 12, let's go big or go home. Quit holding the hobby pack. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Like I say, if you manage to get hold of one of these, have a look inside and take a look at the motors because they're very, very interesting. I am tempted to say, bearing in mind the amount of abuse I was able to give these over a 2-hour session and over literally holding these and literally just burning them for, I don't know, it must have been about 2-3 minutes or something it was going for. It was absolutely insane. These motors are actually quite high quality, and I was a little bit tempted to stop the experiment and to literally just use these motors because they seem so good. I'm not joking. And so it may well be the case that the £50 you're paying isn't just a Fortnite tax. It may well be that the motors in this are actually something that's worth having as well. So, you know, more investigation to be done into that anyway. There we go, going back up again because I've just been talking for a while. If you use trust fires, that's fine. Just you know, be careful. Calm down a bit. No need to stay calm. There is no need to stay calm at all. Jolt, I talked to Tom and he said that cool look AAs are rubbish. I only want to use 2 IMRs because I want to use Strife as a secondary with EOT that has a 5 kilogram and gets 80 to 90. And so I would say, yeah, if Tom says that cool looks are rubbish, I would definitely defer to him. But I would still use these. I'm not making any money off these, by the way. Since I've got them, I would still use, say, 4 of them and with barricade motors. They probably wouldn't be 3 or 4 of them with barricade motors. I haven't used 4 of them with barricade motors yet. I'd be tempted to see what they're like. The problem with using 4 of them is that barricades only, well, I'd probably just rewire a barricade to use them or something. But yeah, if Tom says that, I would 100% defer to that because he is absolutely phenomenal. Raven versus Strife as a secondary and why? Right. Do you know what? There are going to be strong opinions about this. There are some people who love Strifes, and I'm going to be honest with you. A good Strife is a phenomenal blaster because it is literally exactly what you need. You don't need anything more than a Strife. Now, the problem with the Raven, if I just get a Raven, if you look at this, if you look at where the motors are, there is a little bit. There we go. There is quite a lot more barrel here for a dart to bounce around in before it exits. For that reason, a lot of people say that, you know, why go with the Raven if you've got all that barrel there to to bounce the dart around and lose velocity before it comes out. I personally love the Raven. After the Jolt, the Raven is probably my second. No, that's a lie. And so after the Jolt, the Raven was my 3rd mod that I did because I absolutely loved the whole bull pump design and stuff. I loved it. And so I rewired it. I put barricade motors in, some decent flywheels, and I also shaved off this bit here so I could literally top load as I was going. And I loved that. Ravens are absolutely phenomenal. But you will get people telling you that, you know, why use anything but a Strife, and, you know, you get slightly longer barrel with the Raven. I love them, personally. I love them. Joel, I will never let you get you. It's okay. Do you know, I've destroyed enough Havoc fires now and stolen the belts. Like I say, there used to be 8 belts together up there, but not anymore. Let's have a little look. See you later. See you later, Nightwing Nerf. Phenomenal having you here. Change your name to Justajolt. I'm a little bit tempted to, but I don't know. Should I do more stuff like this? Just like take a bunch of like, I don't know, like a car battery or something, Justajolt. Maybe I should do a regular series called Justajolt where I literally just thrash motors. Just stand there like this. That'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? There we go. Hello, Andrew. Stripes garbage. The Ravens are amazing. I tell you what really made me jealous, actually. I was scrolling through my Instagram feed today, and I saw some guy who's got like 4 Stinger Ravens. 4 Stinger Ravens. That's where they all are. Absolutely unreal. Strife or Raven, why not both? Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Spectre N-7, you have missed me killing the you have missed me killing the AR. Here's how it looked. Here's the batteries. You can go back and watch it. These motors stood up to so much abuse, Spectre. So much abuse. And yes, by the way, absolutely, we'll talk about this. I cannot believe these motors stood up to what they did. They are definitely more resilient than most of the stuff that Nerf puts in their blasters. I don't know if they've done something special for this just because it's Fortnite and Epic Games made them do it. Like I say, I haven't been inside, say, an Infinus or one of their more recent blasters, but these motors certainly seem up to a lot more than regular Nerf motors do. Up to a lot more. Repost because you didn't see. So wait, if motors are 4S, does that mean 4 IMIs is fine, like 3S? Basically, yes. And so when something's 3S, that basically refers to the number of So a LiPo battery is made up of a number of cells, and so most of the time you see a battery like this, all right, and that's your LiPo. It's just a pack, but inside that pack there are a series of cells, and with lithium polymer batteries, they each cell is equivalent, and someone can correct me on this if I'm wrong. Each cell or each unit is equivalent to 3.7 volts, and then 1s is 3.7, 2s, like this guy right here, for example, 7.4, 3s is 11.1, and so we kind of grade motors depending on the voltage that they're designed to run off. All right, and so 4s would kind of mean 4 IMRs. You've got to bear in mind that you wouldn't get the same, and so a LiPo doesn't have the ability to supply the same amount of current. Sorry, IMRs don't have the ability to supply the same kind of current as a LiPo would, and so that's the kind of the difference that you'd have. Or rather, they do have the ability to supply it, but it stresses them more, and it's less safe to do so. It's less safe to do so. Yeah. Anyway, physics. Repost. He killed it. Yeah, I killed it. TNT 24. You missed me killing it. Anything can be good if you make it good. Justajolt. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. I have a Stinger that I'm putting the Robo Man cage in and need some Biggs pieces for. The only Raven I'll ever own or maybe use. Well, the Stinger is a beautiful Raven. I actually keep on thinking about just getting an Elite one because I really like the colours there. I've kind of given up the idea of ever getting a Stinger because they are like, you know, hen's teeth, gold hen's teeth. There is just like no chance. You should open up a second channel called Justajolt. Fortnite is still the greatest in my opinion. Do you know what? If you enjoy Fortnite, it's phenomenal. The important thing is to do something with your spare time that you enjoy and that you get a kick out of. That's the important thing. It doesn't really matter what you do, as long as it's not hurting anyone else. The important thing is to spend your time doing something you get a kick out of. And I get a kick out of playing Nerf. And what's really, really interesting is that sometimes when I run my Nerf wars, we play Fortnite style games, and the kids kind of realize, wow, we're having such a great time here. And I'm like, yeah, I know, you know, you should be kind of, you know, active more often and be outside. That's actually, there are two things that I'm really, really trying to promote with my kind of Nerf party thing and Nerf events thing that I do. And one of those things is being active. And Nerf is such a good way of doing that. You'll get kids who don't want to play football, who don't want to play basketball. Well, no one wants to play basketball in the UK apart from me. A few other people maybe. I love playing basketball, but yeah. Whereas they will happily run screaming for an hour from a zombie. Do you know what I mean? And there is so much value in that. And I think schools need to get into that more too. Come on, schools. Come on, British education system. What are you playing at? What are you playing at? Kill the deploy. I love these deploys. They are perfectly good targets, and I am never going to kill them. They are perfectly good targets. Grim Up Nerf 37. Grim Up Nerf 37, by the way, if you weren't here earlier on, I am just going to say it once more. Grim Up Nerf 37 is in a different venue this time. Look at the Grim Up Nerf Facebook group, and you'll see where that is. You'll see where it is. It's a lovely venue, though. Lovely venue. Joel, I challenge you to a duel. Electro Halo 8, you killed me like 4 times last time, so I'd say you've already won. That would be amazing. I have a bolt gun from No Nonsense Nerfing that needs a super bulky magazine to go with it, and the Fortnite one is amazing for it. The Fortnite magazine is actually really, really funky. I haven't actually tried it out with any other blasters yet, but I should imagine that you could use it to, you know, happily stand up other blasters. So if we just have a little look. Okay, the Raven is probably a bad one to start with. Yeah, that kind of physics doesn't work. But I think the idea of having this, I know that Worker have actually got a small clear plastic part that you can slide these magazines onto, which will hold the blasters up. I thought I had it around here somewhere. No, I can't find it right now. But having a magazine that does that job for you is a fantastic idea. You see, that's just phenomenal. What a brilliant idea. What a brilliant idea. There we go. Nominal 3.7, 4.2 when fully charged, yeah, and a little bit less than 3.7 when not. Yeah, absolutely right. Will Shields be unbanned at Grim Up Nerf after the incident? I don't know. We'll have to have a conversation amongst the game organisers. Basically, our main concern is that everyone can just turn up and absolutely love and enjoy nerfing. That's what Grim Up Nerf is all. I look like a ghost. See if I can adjust that. Like I said this last time, I need to put something over these lights to kind of stop it from, to kind of stop the light from being so harsh. Okay, cool. Thanks for clearing it up. You're more than welcome. Although if I've got no idea if actually, I probably didn't clear anything up. Put an core afterburner kit on a deploy. I've so thought about just ripping out the internals from a rapid strike and putting them in a deploy, and that was actually a project that I had going on about a year ago. The problem it was actually over a year ago. The problem is I ran out of time because I was teaching. I'm not teaching now. Might be a possibility, but like I say, I've still got a lot of other commitments to do. There's still a lot of things to try and do. Bring this to the next Grim Up Nerf. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll rewire this, barricade motors and flywheels, bring it to next Grim Up Nerf. It'll be a lot of fun. I like basketball. I got a hoop just put up. Yeah, you know, I really like basketball too. As in, it's a bit of a niche sport in the UK, but you know, even so, I really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. I love playing football as well. I used to be a goalie and defender. And even when I was teaching them, me and some of the guys used to get together on Fridays after school and just have a kickabout. It was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. And my favorite Nerf blaster is the Artemis right now. The Artemis is 100% my favorite Nerf blaster at the moment. It's so much my favorite Nerf blaster that I've got a little wall of them. I'm going to move this again. Unplug the mouse. There you go. There's my wall of Artemi, and I just put up the video about how I made these pegboards last night. So yeah, definitely the Artemis. For me, the Artemis is like the perfect blend of capacity. You've got the slam fire functionality in there. It fires rival, so it shoots competitively. It's just a phenomenal blaster. Absolutely brilliant. I've held the Hades in my hand, but I haven't used it in a battle. But the Hades for me is too big. There's too much of it. Whereas the Artemis suits my run and gun play style absolutely perfectly. Should make a Discord. You know, I might make a Discord. My cardio has massively improved since I started nerfing. Seriously, like I try and go for a run every day, maybe twice a day sometimes, and it's probably about like a 10-15 minute run. And at the end of that, I can feel it. I'm tired. I'm ready to stop running. Whereas when I go to Grim Up Nerf, or you know, or what's it called again, Quasar Nerf or whatever, I'm running for what, 2-3 hours almost continuously, and I just keep running. It is so intrinsically motivating. It is absolutely fantastic. It is amazing. Will you ever live stream? Oops, I just moved something. No, I can't read. Will you ever live stream with Tactical Tang? Tactical Tang is actually, I'll show you Tactical Tang now. We've got to be quiet. Tactical Tang has been looking after little Valentine. He's been looking after little Valentine. So see, that's why he's not in the stream right now. See, he's got responsibilities, same as I have, and he's, you know, got things to look after. Let's keep on going, keep on going. Flywheels are so much better. Yeah, it's true that flywheels are better, but I really like the simplicity of the Artemis. I know that the internals aren't simplistic, and there are like cheese grade gears in there and stuff, but and I really like it. I used to be all into flywheels. I used to have a full-on kind of duct tape rig that carried like I think it carried. That's right. I had a duct tape rig. I had a Raven. And then there was a rapid pistol hanging from here as like an emergency secondary, along with a box with about 8 mags down there, all made of duct tape and cardboard. It was brilliant. Keep on going down. See you later, Bobo. Great to have you here. Absolutely fantastic. Keeping on going down. What blasters are you using for your Nerf loadout for now? Right, so at the moment, I actually really love using long strike front attachments as blowguns. Absolutely love it. Of course, the Artemis as well. I've also got a massively minimized Lawbringer that's fantastic, and also the blaster that Monkeytron Collective made for me. It's a poor victory, just painted up in the Justajolt colours, which I love too. I love the run and gun thing at the moment. I don't like carrying a loadout with a lot of mags. I just love to run and gun. It's brilliant. Keep on going down. So cute. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that's not me. Thinking of killing someone, what's your best Nerf gun suggestions? I would say that if you're thinking about killing someone, I would 100% just take a deploy and whack them around the head with it. Simple as that. Take a deploy, whack them around the head with it. What happened to the necklace I gave to Tang at Foam Fest? If you gave anything to Tang at the flower necklace you gave to Tang at Foam Fest. Is that right? Is that the one? If that's the one, then Little Joltlet #1 has it. Any kind of jewelry, any kind of necklaces that anyone gets given, Little Joltlet #1 has it and wears it. So she's got it somewhere. She's got it somewhere. Fully choose for a secondary Raven or Strife Raven every time, just cause. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing, isn't it? With a Springer, you don't need any batteries, you don't need anything, you literally just have the Springer, and that's part of the thing I love about it. I love to keep it simple. I just plain love the nerfing. I love to nerf. I love to have a blaster in my hand and nerf with it. And just having an Artemis means that I haven't got to worry about batteries or wiring. It jams every now and again, but not too much. And I literally just stuff it full of ammo. It's so easy to load. And once I've done, I can go and load other people's mags for them and chill with them, which is great too. It's really, really fun to do that. You know, your All-Star review, you should do that with a mediator and make a hacksaw, take a hacksaw to a rampage. Actually, it's funny you should say that. I actually have a hacksaw rampage in this room right now. 4 more shots than yours has, bro. Exactly. 4 more shots than yours has, bro. That's what that Lawbringer was. I have like 10 different Nerf guns, all N-Strike Elite. Whatever Nerf gun you've got, the important thing is that you enjoy nerfing with it. And that's the great thing about Nerf. You know, there was someone on earlier talking about airsoft. You know, an airsoft looks like an awful lot of fun. It looks like a fantastic lot of fun. But what I really, really like about Nerf is that you have so many different people. You have people who love to mod. You have people who love to organize events. You have people who love to make blasters look gorgeous, cosmetic modding. You have performance modding, and all of these people. And no one person, no one group of people says you can't nerf because you don't nerf in the same way that I do. No one says you can't nerf because you haven't got the same kit that I have. No one doesn't talk to you because you don't look the same as them. All right, you can rock up in all your tack gear and a pink blaster, and that's great. You can turn up with just a Jolt wearing, I don't know, a monkey suit, and that's great. You just come as you are, enjoy it, have a great time. And that for me is what nerfing is all about. Whatever blaster you love, that's what it's all about. I'll see you later, Corvillath. Great having you here. What's your favorite blaster for nerfing? It is definitely the Artemis. Definitely the Artemis. That's an absolute pleasure, Simon. I love it. I love the chatting. I love the social aspect around it. So it's brilliant. Barricade or Raven? Okay, Barricade. Barricade. If you haven't seen Foam Data Services Foam Data Services YouTube channel yet, you need to go and check it out. I saw a video on his YouTube channel that kind of changed my life. The Thrifty Nifty 50 Cal mod. And it's basically how to mod a barricade. That was like another one of my kind of early mods. And I love that barricade so much. It is a humans versus zombies, absolute hand cannon. Rewire, didn't bother changing the motors because they're barricade motors. Ran it off 3S and you've got 100 FPS blaster. I did put worker flywheels in it. 100 FPS blaster that you can keep on front loading during humans versus zombies. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. Seen the new Spectre K video? I haven't seen the new Spectre K video, but I will go and watch the new Spectre K video. And Spectre N-7, by the way, is absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't seen his stuff, it is absolutely incredible, all beautifully color-coded. And he was actually exhibiting it somewhere. I can't remember exactly where it was, but he exhibited that somewhere. I think it was on March the 9th. Well, I'm not even going to go there. Best use of a broom covered in Nerf Spectre. I'll tell you something else I've thought about doing, actually. I've thought about making like a Justajolt versus Mrs. Jolt kind of video. So, you know, like these scripted Nerf videos that people do sometimes. I actually saw one by a British guy the other day. I can't remember his name, but I'll post it up somewhere. I was thinking about doing one of those sorts of things. Blaze Kid, I'll see you at Grim Up. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing stuff like that. Also, like I said, there's probably going to be a channel coming out pretty soon where I just talk about how I do kind of like, you know, the YouTubing stuff. I didn't want to put it on here because this is Nerf and it's a different, you know, it's different content, isn't it? I also thought about doing one as well about Python, literally just how to start Python and coding and stuff. Maybe a bit of science, blowing stuff up. But anyway, I am starting to ramble now. This stream's been going for almost an hour. I want to say thank you so much for turning up. Foam Fest in Wigan on March the 9th. Absolutely right. Do a Foam Fest. Screaming at people. I just want to say thanks very much to everyone for tuning in to watch me destroy this. If you didn't get to see it, it's in the first part of the stream. If you don't want to go back to the first part of the stream, which you should do, I recommend you do that. Then the whole reason for doing this is because I am making a video of it. I'm making a video of me destroying this. You can watch it probably next week. I've already got most of it edited, just this last bit to edit in, and then we are pretty much good to go. Future videos, I'm going to do a couple of videos about different Nerf game types. I've noticed that there are some people who want to run Nerf wars, be it like a private Nerf party or just run a local Nerf war, and they don't know how to do it. And you know, I know there's resources on Britnerf and stuff, which I'd encourage you to watch. I just want to kind of, you know, put it in simple terms that anyone can understand, because if you're a middle-aged mum or whatever, I think you'll probably be a little bit intimidated by going onto, you know, any kind of forum and sort of trying to work that out. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. I just mean that in terms of you simply haven't got the time. I'm going to make a couple of videos because I know how little time that my wife has. I'm going to make a couple of videos about game types and post them up so that you guys can say, look, you know, I want to do this. Can you help me out with it? And then if they kind of get like a summary in a couple of minutes, then they'll be in a position to help people out. Anyway, guys, thanks very much for tuning in. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal. We had like 30 people here. We've been going for an hour, and that's like, you know, it's absolutely unreal that you guys want to listen to me talking about Nerf guns and abusing Nerf blasters by shoving IMRs into them and destroying them. I want to thank everyone who's turned up today. You know, please go to my Facebook so you know kind of my plans about videos and stuff, and so you can be prepared and maybe take part in any other kind of polls that I do. I'm also on Twitter as well for anyone who bothers, and I've just started trying to use that again properly recently. I am on Instagram as well. Justajolt.com is a website that I've just made, and I'm kind of proud of that. You know, it's good fun. If you get bored of it, there's even a game of asteroids where you can literally just go around and destroy the whole page. You go onto it on a desktop. You can click a little asteroids thing and you can blow up my whole page if you want, if you don't like it. Anyway, so thanks very much for watching. This is Justajolt signing off. This is always really anticlimactic because I have to go and find end stream. There you go. See you guys.